Hello everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Kayla Rundle if you do not know me, and today I am back at Kuntz & Company with all the machining work and the machine shop. So my new motor did arrive at Kuntz & Company a couple weeks ago before I arrived in Arkansas, and they were able to ship it out to powder coating before I arrived. So I'm super excited to announce the color I am doing on my car with you guys. It looks insane in person, so hopefully you guys can see my car in person. If you guys are coming to LS Fest East, I will be there at the Holly booth, so come check it out. Anyways, this is my new block. I can't stop staring at the pictures and videos before I arrived of this block. They did custom engraving on it, custom color, they decked all the surfaces. So we took a stock cast LS3 motor, which is the current motor in my Camaro, and then we bored it out into a 416. And this is going to be the first Camaro tested with the Max 2.0 heads and cam package, so we're not really too sure on power numbers for what this is going to do, but we're hoping anywhere between 570 to 630 horsepower. So, and this is NA. So don't forget that part. Having this on a naturally aspirated motor is unreal. I don't really know anybody with a faster NA motor than this. It's gonna sound insane. It's gonna be reliable since I am doing a forged bottom end on the 416. But anyways, they machined the whole block, and I'll show you guys in this video. And they also did custom valve work for me. So they powder coated my valve covers and custom engraved my logo, which GPI, along with the Kuntz & Company, with all the machine shop, they can do all of this for you guys if you are interested in getting a custom color or laser engraving, whatever you need on your block to refresh your block, or even bore out your LS3 into a 416 like this one, which I will have another block available for when my car is done. If you guys are interested, it's gonna be like the twin sister of this block, so I'm really excited to show you guys that. I'm building two blocks. But yeah, enjoy the process. Again, like my other videos, I'm just gonna leave this process to the professionals. I don't know much about machine work, but I love to learn and see the process, so I hope you guys enjoy. And I'm gonna show you guys my block in this machine. This color is unreal. It looks even better in the sun. So pretty. Gorgeous. And the valve covers are even better, which are in the other room right now. But I'm matching this color along with like the calipers and the valve covers and my strut bar. And can't believe the actual engine block itself is powder coated. And this is Jamaican teal with like a silver base, since the Jamaican teal is like a translucent color. So pretty. Right now we've been doing a lot of measuring, getting it in order, and then we're just cleaning up like the different faces.
Yeah, we're gonna get it square decked, and I'm also gonna take a pass on the where the valley tread goes. I'm gonna take a nice light pass across there.
On every face of the block, basically.
Then we're gonna roll it over and we're gonna notch it for stroke. We are gonna put a logo on it, and we're gonna be drilling and reaming down in the main webbing. Just make sure that your caps are not gonna wiggle.
Right. And how do you fix that? You like drill out holes to like fit that, or?
We drill and ream holes for 1/4-inch dowel pins.
1/4-inch dowel pins. Interesting.
We'll press fit the dowels into the block, then we'll have clearance holes in the caps. Then when we put the caps on, I can roll it. Let me roll it over.
Versus the stock ones, like they're not held on by dowels, or?
They don't have dowels.
Okay. So it's just creating that extra strength.
Extra strength in the main. And these will be doweled in position so they won't have a tendency to want to
move out.
wiggle.
Yeah.
This is what they call the thrust bearing. This is number 3. There's a bearing that's on each side that keeps the crank from moving back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, if you have the dowels mislocated, then your thrust doesn't line up on each side. So this is cut for the thrust. And none of the others have it.
Yeah.
And this is the bearing that keeps everything from shifting in and out.
Right.
So I find the center of the thrust. Then I find the center of the thrust here, and I drill and ream. Then I find the center of the thrust here, and I drill and ream. Then when they go together, they're all lined up.
Yeah.
And we'll drive a 1/4-inch dowel pin in those 2 holes.
That's all it was? Just a little?
That's the center drill. I drill it deep enough too that it puts a little a lead in at the top so you can drive the dowel pin into the hole.
Yeah, so you have to describe, like, walk us through this whole process. I don't really know what's going on. We got the block in here, so the CNC machine.
Yeah, first I'm going to probe it and find our deck heights and our cylinder positions.
Right, okay.
We can get started on that. We're going to find the center line of the crank. Like I say, this machine, once you get it in position, it'll do some of the work for you. Now it's found the center line of the crank, and it also sets Z0 based on the center line of the crank, so when you check the deck height, it's coming from the center line of the crank.
And where's the main on this? Like, you don't even know all this.
Right down here on this surface. It's going to probe this side, then it's going to go across and probe the other side.
Okay.
And set our A-axis. So that when we square deck it, we know we're 45 degrees to the mains. Got the block lined up at 180 so we can rotate it 45 degrees and probe the deck. That shows it cleaned up here at this end and along this side, it's cleaned up all the way across here.
Yeah.
But it's low. It's got a low spot right there where it didn't clean up.
Yeah, I saw that it wasn't touching that backside. So then you have to knock it down another thousandth of an inch.
We'll take another thousandth will probably do it.
And that means you'd have to flip it and do it to the other side too.
Roll it over and do the other side too. On aluminum, a cast iron block is running dry.
How does it give it a better finish? Just like the actual look, or is this shines it up, or WD-40 on everything?
And that spot right on the end down there is where I'm going to put the logo, where we got the powder coat.
Oh, is it sitting ever so slightly underneath the metal? See, to me, to the eye, it just looks flat. So you have to measure every single side of the block.
Yes.
Before starting anything.
This one, that side is at 9240 from center line of the crank.
Very tedious, all this measuring.
They moved about 1/1000th and a half. from one side to the other.
The 8.6 and the 9.9.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like much, but it makes a difference.
Yeah.
That's pretty there.
That looks real nice.
And I just barely grazed it. The logo or the factory serial numbers are still on it.
And so after that, you inspect this side, make sure it's all good. Now we're gonna flip it and match the other side.
Now we're gonna go the other.
And you only took 1/1000th
1,000
of an inch off of it. And that should make sure it's perfectly flat all the way across and squared.
and square to the main journals.
No.
This is where all the magic happens.
Yeah, in all reality, yeah.
And this is all for looks on this side. But it looks good.
I mean, would you even see that with like the manifold and everything?
But it looks good on the stand when it's being put together.
Right, okay.
The connecting rods are going to attach to the crank, and when you stroke it, when you put more stroke on the crank, the rod bolts want to hit right here in this area.
Okay.
So we're going to come in and notch it so that it clears the end of the rod bolts.
I mean, do you want to say anything about it, the process? Aren't you only 20 years old?
Yep.
That's awesome. So you just press a button, or you want
Pretty
to
much.
put more hype to it?
Not really. I mean, that's.
I mean, you custom designed the logo too, right?
Yes.
On the name?
Yep. I've done all the programming. I hand wrote everything. So
That's awesome. Oh, this is going to look so pretty.
I can't wait to see it.
Woo! I'm excited to see how you set it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do your logo. I think over here.
Pumped to see it. All right, real quick, I'm gonna tell the camera what's going on. So you just measured
I measured
the
tool
valve
length.
cover.
Yep. I went back and forth to make sure the logo was gonna fit. Now I'm gonna run it above the valve cover to make sure that I don't hit anything. Make sure it doesn't go over the edge. Make sure I have it centered right.
Perfect. I'm gonna use that paper towel piece just to measure how far away
Yeah.
you are from the surface.
Yep. So
Paper.
it's just a piece of paper. It's about 5,000, so I know I'm about 5,000 away from the top of the surface.
Smart. I hope you guys enjoyed the machine work behind my new engine block and the valve covers. Again, if you guys are interested in getting this type of work done on your own block or valve covers, I will have the link in the description on how to reach out to these companies. It is very difficult to find a great machine shop anywhere. I don't know of any in Arizona that go down to this detail, and if it's off by like 1,000th of an inch, it will have a detrimental effect in your engine, and then you got to restart this process all over again. So you're better off starting with a great quality company that's been doing it since the 1980s and have won championships in the NHRA and NHA and all these above. They literally had championships lined on their walls. So this is why I came over to Coons & Company and GPI, because they know what they were doing. It has been tested. They've won multiple championships. It works. So I'm really excited to see this end product of when this motor is all built back together. They have definitely thought every single piece of this engine block through. It was absolutely mind-blowing. I didn't even think you could think this far in the process, all the way to where the oil goes and gets resurfaced, and drilling holes to make it more sturdy on the engine block itself so you don't have extra vibrations, and it also helps with longevity and reliability. These things don't really add power. It just helps to make your motor last longer, which is really important in performance because we don't want to just make one pass and blow up. But it's absolutely amazing what they thought of, and I'm very impressed. I thought I was impressed all the way in Arizona, but seeing this in real life is unreal. And I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do, because I love learning this process and it makes me feel much more in touch with my car. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.